Hello, Kerbinauts! As promised, I have put together a group of viewer-submitted constellations based on the Kerbin night sky. So let's dig right in, shall we? The first set I have here is submitted by Gojira1000, a regular viewer on my Twitch channel. And we have the Lost Tailfin Minorus, the Kidde, the Chiledes, the Snack Aquitia, and the Crescent Wrench. Don't have a lot of context for these, but they do look like they exist out there in the Kerbin night sky, and I can quite imagine the Kerbals coming up with these on their own, so I think they look pretty good. That's our first set there. And as Gojira says, the cavemen probably did it this way, although I doubt the cavemen had the crescent wrench, but you never know, they might have. Our next one is submitted by Illinshin, and he has the Idyllis Illure, which, as he so carefully pointed out, because the Kerbals tend to refer to things backwards, is our translation into slide rule. It does look like a bit of a slide rule there in the night sky. I can imagine the more scientific Kerbals interested in such a thing, so I think that's a nice one. Next one we have is by Little Lion 93, and it is a martini glass, and you can see the stars circled there down in the bottom, and we've got the stem down there, and we have the stem, and then the sort of the center, and then the top, which would then be the top of the martini glass. So there we go. That was by Little Lion 93. Now we have a nice set here. These are two separate ones, but the second one is an explanation of it. And it's submitted by the Spectrum Minor, and it's the Corian constellation. And we have a second slide here which explains that the arrow arm is here and that we have a bow arm over here. So I think that's quite nice. I'd like to do a shout out for the Spectrum Minor on Twitch. He's also available on Twitter at Spectrum Explore. SPCTRUMXPLORE. So feel free to give him a follow there on Twitter. I think that's quite a nice one that he's managed to pick out in the night sky. You can see each one of the little dots there, the night sky that he's put together for a constellation. Now here we have Space Invader, Space Invader with a KN at the beginning, and this is submitted by ComWarrior69, a regular on my channel. And in case this doesn't show too well on the video, he used little red dots here, but he's very carefully followed a series of stars, sort of connect the dots sort of way. So you've got the circular face here with two antennae curling back there, and two little clusters of stars there, and then a line of stars here, and then a couple of stars down here to make the mouth. I think that's a pretty creative interpretation of the night sky there. I wonder if Space Invaders for Kerbals are pink, or maybe blue or something like that. I wonder what color little green men would think that their space aliens would be. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? And here we have one submitted by a viewer who I call DF, Dunfoot, and we have several here. We have the Carthageus triangle, the window, the snake, the eagle, and the bow and arrow. We actually have some documentation to go with this one. So he has a bit of a story to go with it. He says, recently fragments of an old manuscript were found lying by the side of the road. Only after the top rocket scientists managed to get them out of the hands of Jeb could they start to interpret them. Manuscript briefly told of a story about a snake and an eagle. The eagle was tasked with defending one of the earliest cities' food storage. The snake managed to trick the eagle and get away from the city by playing on the eagle's pride. The snake told the eagle that surely it could protect a much bigger area than it was doing now, since it had such good eyes and could fly so fast. The eagle agreed and started patrolling further and further away from the city. When the eagle was out of sight, the food storage, the snake made its move. The snake got in through a window, our window here, and feasted on the food inside. The eagle was so embarrassed by his failure that he never returned to the city. The scientists can't figure out the moral of the story, but Jeb identifies with the eagle for some reason, probably flying the fast and far bit. So I think that's a pretty nice story submitted there by DF, and we've got some nice images there to go with that. And here we have the entire night sky of Kerbin out behind us, the entire sort of Milky Way of Kerbin, if you will, up there in the dark night sky. This is a full sky view, somewhat compressed rather than one of the 6 skybox images. I think it's a nice little image and helps us kind of think about the night sky of the Kerbin program here. I hope some of you had fun with this, and I hope to see more submissions actually. If we get some more submissions, I'll be happy to do a follow-up video. And I hope everyone has a great weekend and a great week, and hope to see you hanging out on my channel on Twitch and stopping by. And big thanks to all my viewers who put some of these up and together. I know it is not easy to look at a bunch of dots and try to visualize something just out of the blue. So I have great respect for everyone who picked out their constellations and submitted it. And thank you very much. And if you'd like to submit constellations, you can visit my website at theredpanda.com and go to the game tab at the top and go to the constellations menu, and there you can find all of the skyboxes, and you can submit them via a constellations at theredpanda.com, and there should be a link for it there. And there'll be a link down in the description of the video here. So I hope you all had a good time with this. I know it's not a huge thing, but I wanted to give a shout out to all of the various people who had submitted, and I hope maybe we'll get some more submissions in the future. So everyone take care and have a wonderful time out there in the great wide world of science.